So we're getting our buzz on and chatting it up with Royal Bliss. My name is Shell Bailey, but you can call me Charlie Girl. And I've got the whole band here. I didn't expect to have the whole band, so I'm just going to introduce everybody by first name. Neil. This is Neil. Neil sings lead vocals. Neil, say hi.
Hello, my name's Neil. I sing lead vocals.
And Chris, I don't suppose you could possibly hope to give a stellar introduction like that, could you?
What?
All right. Jake, where are you from?
I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah.
And what do you play?
I play drums.
And Tommy Gunn, is that your real name?
Yeah, no, it's just my MySpace name, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why it's up like that. But...
And Tommy plays bass, and you, sir, are Taylor.
Yes, Taylor, I play guitar.
Fantastic. So, gentlemen, whoever wants to answer the question, just kind of say, hey, me, so I can bring the microphone over to you. But like I said, I'm here with Royal Bliss. They're from Salt Lake City, and you have been together for a really, really long time through a lot of tragedy. How does a band that's been together for so long and been through so much keep all of its original members?
Right here.
It's Chris, everybody.
Neil. Neil lead.
It's Neil.
I think I tricked him into staying in the band. I kept giving him promises and stuff. I would give him money. I'd let him, take my socks and use my underwear and stuff because I was a little bit older than them and they thought it was really cool. And I was pretty popular in high school, so they just wanted to hang out with me. And so that way I was like, I'll let you hang out with me all the time if you play in my band. And then at some point, we were like 5-6 years later, they were like screwed because they had nothing to fall back on and no college and no other career because I didn't let them hang out with anybody else.
No family.
Yeah, no family. I took them away from their home, put them in my basement, and we just played music constantly.
Light us up.
Yeah. And then we decided we liked each other after 6-7 years and just kept doing it. And then, of course, we had all the problems that you mentioned. I fell off a building, was paralyzed, and Chris put a ski through his face, and Jake rolled a car 5 times. Taylor broke his leg. Tommy was lost wearing a skirt at the time for 2 years, which was pretty interesting, and we saved him from Skirtland.
You want to borrow mine?
He looks. Well, I don't think he'll look as good as you do.
Well,
but,
thank you.
Distracted now. 1, 2.
Well, let's. Yeah. I only asked one question. It was like 5 minutes. That's fantastic. What about believing in the divine? I mean, after going through so much, do you have any spiritual beliefs?
No. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and I don't know. We just believe this is what we're meant to do. We don't know how to do anything else, so we'll keep doing it until it kills us, or we kill it.
So how do you measure success at this point after doing it for so long? Is it just one good show after another, or you have a new album coming out, Life in Between?
Yeah, you want.
How do you measure success?
Right here.
Taylor, can I answer the question? Thank you.
Wait, let me stand on this side of you.
What was the question?
How do you Taylor, for 1,000 points, how do you measure success?
Alex, my answer is
That's Alexa.
Alexa.
And in a form of a question.
Charlie, girl. In a form of a question. I think what kind of keeps us together is just the music, and things have obviously been going well since the record came out. We've just been touring. We got picked up with this Candlebox tour, which has been fantastic. And we got some bright things coming in the future. We got some Buck Cherry dates, and things are just kind of starting to fall in place a little bit for us. Granted, we've had a lot of tragedy, so I mean we've been there, done that. So we'd like to see the other side of the field, and hopefully it's a lot greener.
Did you always think that you'd be a rock star when you were a kid?
Not necessarily, but ever since I've played guitar, I've always thought it'd been nice.
So who does all of your social networking on MySpace and Twitter?
We kind of all do.
Do you?
It's kind of a mutual. Whoever gets on at the time will respond, and if there's something directed towards one of us, we'll let someone know. Yeah.
You seem to have what's your demographic? It seems like it's a younger demographic.
I'd actually say it's probably anywhere from 5 to 60 plus. Actually,
Wow.
I had my 86-year-old grandmother at our CD release party, and she loved it.
So what do you attribute that to?
Songwriting. Yeah. She's a musician, so she kind of gets it. So she'd always ask me if there were, songs in different time signatures and stuff like that. So she gets off on it too,
I don't think that's really appropriate to talk about your granny getting off, but that's okay. Speaking of sincerity, like I know what your song "I Was Drunk" was about, but where's the inspiration for the rest of your music?
Life's lessons, I guess. Oh yeah, sorry, me. Can I?
Sure.
Me again. Sorry, I'll try to keep this one short. I think it's just I write the lyrics, and I write about where I am at in life, and it's all truth, and it's all straight out of me and who I am, my soul basically, and I bleed it out on stage every night. And I think that's why you can find an 86-year-old woman who can relate with it, because it's not fake, it's not false. It's like you can tell that we're sincere with the music, with the lyrics, with everything we write about, with everything we are, the way we act. We're not one of those bands. It's a cookie cutter band. There's like, oh, I need to dress this way, or I need to sing about this, or all the false things that are out there. And I think you can tell that when I'm singing my song on stage, or even on the album, that I'm telling you, bleeding my heart out and telling you a story that's really personal to me, but I'm sharing it because I need to get it out of my head. So I think people relate with that really well with us.
Speaking of false.
Yeah, could have made it a lot longer. We kept going
Thank you. Well, and speaking of what you look like, is this what you're all wearing on stage tonight?
Yep.
So, Chris, let's talk about the girls. Seeing as how you are representing Portland in your Mary's Strip Club T-shirt, have you been to Mary's yet?
Yeah, that's where we went right when we got here. Actually, I walked right off the motorhome and went straight over there.
So, what about girls in rock and roll?
Hot.
Do the girls do they throw themselves at you? Are you lonely out there?
Fun.
Keeping it short.
It's like 10 minutes over here, one word over here.
Cool.
Jake, what about you and the women, and just what about you in general? You haven't said anything in this interview at all. How is it for you being almost like on the verge of rock stardom?
Well, you're basically assuming that I'm not homosexual.
Oh, I wasn't talking about girls. I said
You said girls. Does someone?
No, I don't. What's it like being on the verge of the rock stardom? We can talk about guys if you want to. You and I can go on all day about the boys, okay?
11.
That's the answer to my next question.
Yeah.
What's your IQ?
Fair enough.
No, what's it like being on the verge of rock stardom?
It's exciting. We worked a long time for this, and we haven't reached our goals yet, but it's getting closer. And sometimes it's frustrating. Sometimes it's it pays off, but we'll keep going.
And Tommy Gunn, my very last question and most difficult question goes to you. Yeah. And I can't take credit for this question. This actually comes from a disc jockey at a local college station at KPSU. But if your band were a sandwich, what would be on it and what would it be called?
It'd be a hot tuna melt.
I asked for that one. And there we have it. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Royal Bliss for MF Magazine. I'm Shel Bailey. But you can call me Charlie Girl.